resistance against Donald Trump. That clip is from the Democratic National Convention over a year ago. It got my attention because I don't begrudge anybody their status in life, no matter if they're born rich or born poor, but there's something unseemly about a rich kid who inherited wealth bragging about his claim to being a billionaire. J.B. Pritzker is a kid who woke up on third base and thought he hit a triple. Donald Trump made his wealth, yes, made his wealth, even though he came from a successful family as well. J.B. Pritzker's bragging about being a billionaire based upon his daddy's Hyatt fortune. The DNC chair, David Hogg, though, telling Bill Maher one of the main reasons Democrats lost the election is because of their failure to connect with younger men like himself. So how does he plan to solve the problem?
What I think happened last election is younger men, they would rather vote for somebody who, even if they don't completely agree with, they don't feel judged by, than somebody who they do agree with, that they feel like they have to walk on eggshells around constantly because they're going to be judged or ostracized or excommunicated. And ultimately, what we have to do here is figure out how to bring people back in and work towards the bigger goal of advancing the future of this country. And young people should be able to focus on what young people should be focused on, which is how to get laid and how to go and have fun.
All right, Clay Travis, Outkick founder and the co-host of the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show, joins me now. You got kicked off CNN for something basically akin to what he just said, Clay. We all remember your infamous moment. You know, the funny thing is, after years of probably being the face of bad marketing for Democrats, David Hogg's actually starting to tell some truths. I saw him with James Carville. I see him here. He's kind of on the nose about the problem with the left.
Yeah, he's right. I went to the University of Chicago, Will, you may remember back in February, and went mega viral because I said, who's the most masculine male Democrat in the party right now? And there was kind of silence in the room of college kids, but I think this is what David Hogg is building on. And I thought I would get criticized for that take. Instead, CNN, MSNBC, they were all playing it, and they were all acknowledging that there was a lot of truth to it. And look, I think the challenge that Democrats have is the younger generation. I know you got a couple of boys, Will. I've got one who's 14 right now. He said, I can't wait to vote for the Republican Party when I get to vote in the next election in 2028, Dad. And he said, all of my guy friends feel the same way. In other words, Trump won back a lot of young men, but I think the younger men, those who haven't even been able to vote yet, those who are 14, 15 years old, 16 years old now, I think they're actually going to break even more Republican than they have already, and that spells doom for the Democrat Party. Crazy stat, Will. The two biggest, best voters for Trump in men, those who are under 24 and those who are over 65 years old. Old and young guys are voting together in a way we've never seen in the history of modern American electoral politics.
No, you're right. I have teen boys. And even setting aside partisanship or openly political, culturally, there's nothing that leads them toward the left. There's nothing interesting to them.
That's right.
Culturally on the left. And by the way, that is such a... Okay, now back to politics, right? Democrats champion illegal immigrants, unsympathetic characters, ostracize men, and Bill Maher even notices this, Clay, and push away the idea of patriotism. Watch this.
Seriously, this is a serious problem for Democrats. Less than 1 in 4 Democrats under 30 say they're proud to be an American. 54% say they're embarrassed by it. Embarrassed? Like America's your mom picking you up at school? You're embarrassed to be an American? Well, guess what? The feeling's mutual. Because you have no perspective. Is America perfect? No, of course not. No country is. But the U.S. is leagues ahead of the rest of the world on most of the progressive issues that are important to young people. America has 14 million women-owned businesses. 17% of black women are starting businesses, which is faster than white women or white men. Gay Americans are free to marry, and 49% of them own property. Yes, in America, gays buy buildings. In other places, they get thrown off them.
He's